today there is a Honda HRX 217 on the table that, as you can tell, has been well loved, but apparently the engine runs. I haven't pulled it. The owner has no intention for me to figure that part out, but what they do kind of want me to figure out is why, when they're pushing it, does that wheel lock up every one or two, maybe 3 or 4 revolutions. And it's a pretty significant lockup. It's not like one that just kind of jolts you. It will literally drag the tire. As you can tell, I think there's a nail in there or something. Well loved and taken care of. But, you know, that's a different scope of a video I don't want to go over. What we're going to do is we're going to take off that wheel, and what I'm hoping to see is that the protecting guard cracked or broke or has a chunk missing, and there's like a rock in there. Every now and then the rock just gets stuck because the gears are getting in there, or it's dirty or something along those lines. So it's not, I don't know if the person's gonna like my answer when I give it back to them. Let me explain why this person won't like it when I answer it, if it's not this reason or something that's not me replacing a transmission. I don't like to replace transmissions, especially on Hondas. Like, they are not easy. You have to tear literally almost everything apart, and it just takes a whole lot of space, a whole lot of time, a whole lot of I just don't like doing it, so I don't. Front wheel I will do on a rare occasion, in which case there's actually one sitting on the floor, which is reminding me why I do it very rarely. Because A, the transmissions take a long time to get here. B, it's a whole lot of parts to take off and put back on. I guess that's it. I just don't like doing it. I don't know why. It's just one of my mental breaks in my head. Like, nope, no transmission problems. Now, there could be a rock on the other side too. I don't know. Or the gear just completely came off. And the key. Spacer. Here's a clip. The wheel gear seems fine. There's a bearing that should be here. It's very peculiar. Kind of looks like this has been chewed up a lot. Yeah, it's not pretty. I'd be amazed if that clip could even go back on there. Oh, it's still there. So what I mean by clip is just this clip right here. As you can tell, it's been sitting like this for a long time. It's just been eating away at the wheel. Yep, that's all plastic in there. I'm gonna put that, there it is. Well, It's not coming off. I suppose that's a good sign. Let me clean out this plastic. A lot of it's like baked in there. And clean up that shaft too and see what we can get. So this is a little wire brush on a drill. You can use like a air tool if you want. But I don't want to. So we're gonna put this back together. I never understood it. Why do professionals, or at least people who consider themselves professionals, always have the most tore up equipment? I mean, wouldn't you be the first one to understand the importance of routine maintenance? Okay, so in there, it's a little spring that's completely plugged up. When you're pushing the mower back and forth, this gear will ride on this key, and inside there are these grooves that the key fits into, and then when you're pushing it, when it's not under power, it can, you know, move without causing a problem. It won't get locked up in the gear, and the wheels just kind of free spin. Well, when this isn't clean, it's not going to be very easy to do that. I'm going to do a pretty decent job of cleaning that up. I'd hope it goes without saying, but if you are doing this with that metal brush, you should always have eye protection on. It's not unheard of to have, you know, like little shards of brush just go flying out. So don't be that person that gets it stuck in their eye. A shot of the air compressor blew all that crap out of the spring. That fits in the center. Okay, so let's think about this. If I'm pushing it, I don't want it to, I want the gears to, the flat spot to be facing this area, because if I'm pushing it, the wheels are going to be going this way. Okay, got it. Kind of seems like this rod should be sticking out further. Maybe we have multiple problems in this thing. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm gonna spend some time and put that back in. Okay, so I was right. It was need to come out a little bit more. So you could double check if it's okay. If you twist it this way, you hear that clicking. Should be fine. Because that's pushing the mower forward under power. This is just clicking on that little cam. Okay. Doesn't look like it, but I actually did clean all that out. All this is just like kind of caked in there. I also took off the wheel from the other side. I pushed this rod through. That doesn't sound healthy at all. That's because it came off again. So that clip is definitely not holding its weight. Where's the clip? Look for that. Here's the problem. Every time I put the wheel on, the exact same thing had happened. Just like I thought. I think the actual shaft was stripped out a little bit. So I took a Dremel, got the thinnest cut wheel I could find. I went along the same pathway, deepened it, got a smaller but thicker clip, and now it seems to be better. We'll soon find out. If not, then I'm just gonna need a new transmission. And you already know my thoughts on that one. I mean, you could fix it if you really want to get into the metal working of it. I don't. Oh, that doesn't feel good at all. What's going on here? Well, the gear didn't come off. Put the wheel on the other side real quick. Got the wheel back on, and now to test it, I just had to put the other one on because it was still having a little flex. The gear is actually pressing against the plastic, but now we look to be good. So I'm gonna give this a pull and see what happens. I'm about 98% sure I'm gonna have to redo the car because, of course, I do. But just in case it's okay. Let's give it a pull, see what happens. It does have gas. Gas smells good, but who knows? Could have water in it. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Yep. I wasn't going to show any of this, but when I took it off, I mean, that literally just fell off. Of course you did. So, I don't know if that was just broken the entire time, or broken when it fell when I took it off. Either way, though, that carb is looking kind of nasty. That could cause a pretty significant vacuum leak, though. I'm gonna say we're gonna give it a try, just to say that we did, and then we will take it off again. I mean, I only took 2 screws out. How's the other gasket? The other gasket looks fine. There's a brand new one. Ooh, that's a little warm. I don't think this will fix it, but if it does, that'd be nice. I'm not going to show the whole carb cleaning or really explain it, because I've done it many, many times. But I kind of want to explain why I think it is a idle passageway that's causing this problem. Usually when things are under full load and it still surges, you have a main problem. Under no load, like this was, and surging, probably have a pilot jet problem. Granted, it could be both, so that's why we're cleaning both. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this and we'll bring you back. There was some funkery going on with that carb. Opened it up, there's definitely some water in there, and when I was putting it back together, I noticed the gasket goes in between the carb and the spacer. Not the one, the spacer in between that and the intake, but the smaller one. That one was also ripped in half and on backwards. So you could tell someone's been in there. There's also a little bit of, I'm assuming, RTV on 2 gaskets that are in between the filter and the little plate, because they were using 3 while now usually you have one on before the metal plate and one after. So the plate's in the middle of one gasket in the carb, and then there's another gasket in between the plate and the air housing. Why? Well, let's give it a pull. obviously there's a few carb problems, but the wheels do work based on the front video, or the video before this, so I'm always happy with that. This isn't a carb cleaning video by any means, so I'm just going to work on the carb a little more, have it stop surging, and that should be the end of this. Okay, well, if your wheel locks up, and you see what you saw there, use this video to help out. Hopefully it helps out. I'll catch you in the next one. Put a thumbs up if it did help you, and I'll catch you. I'll definitely subscribe.